So on YouTube, you see a lot of productivity and goal setting advice. You try them out, and after a number of weeks, it feels like it doesn't resonate anymore. So you miss a habit and end up falling short of hitting that goal, which in turn leaves you frustrated. Does this resonate? I don't know about you, but I've experienced this so many times. Throughout my life, I've set a lot of goals, committed to so many ways to try to help me reach that goals, only then to find out that the path to actually get there isn't as fun as what I originally imagined. And this eventually leads me to dropping that goal. Until I found this nice sweet spot that basically helped me reach my goals and enjoy the process of actually getting there. So in this video, I will share 5 key takeaways that I learned that helped me reach those goals and have fun in the process. Hi guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Natasha, and I am a millennial who loves to find ways to balance work, life, and everything else. So I make videos that help you and me build a life according to our design. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So I wish I realized this sooner, but there are different ways of actually looking at your goal. We can look at it as like the main goal to reach, or as these micro habits that we need to do in order to reach our goal. Simon Sinek talks about finding our why. Like, why do we get up in the morning? What propels us to do what we do? Why are we so motivated to actually work on the certain goal? Is there an extrinsic reason that is driving you, such as maybe money, fame, or is there something more intrinsic, such as, I don't know, maybe acceptance or wanting to feel loved? So basically what he says, each of us, we have these reasons that actually drives us to reach our goals. Another way of looking at how to achieve your goals is actually focusing on the feeling. And this is basically what a lot of manifestors preach. Like, they teach you to get into that emotion of already having that thing or that goal. So in this practice, the aim would be to bring something that's far into the future into the present. So for example, if your goal is to achieve like inner peace and you say, if I have X number of money into my bank account, then I will feel at peace with myself. So in this goal of like bringing in like how you feel into the present, it actually invites you to kind of get into that feeling of like how would inner peace feel like, and basically like helps you find ways of how to feel this at the moment. Find a schedule that works for you. The reason why I failed at most of my goals wasn't because I was lazy or unmotivated, but because, well, working on my goals just didn't fit my schedule. So I am never 100% motivated. In fact, probably like around 75% I'm unmotivated, just because like I have a full work week and everything that I have next to my work week is actually dedicated to rest. And in as much as like I would love to spend this on doing productive things, my work just consumes most of my productive energy. So how do I actually balance that with doing everything that I want to do on the side? So currently what I have to balance is like I have my full-time job. I am working on a certificate to be an appointment setter. Plus I am currently learning this whole world of YouTube, and you know, like relationship and friendships are some of the things that I would also love to nurture. So when I originally listed all of these things that I kind of wanted to pack into my 7-day week, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to fit this? But when I sat down with myself and analyzed what I did during the day and what are those that I can omit, I was so surprised to see that how much that can actually be done. So for example, my morning routine. I originally thought that I had to have this full packed morning routine in order to, you know, be productive during the day. But in reality, my energy was already leaking because I had so much to-dos in my morning routine. So what I did is like I trimmed down my morning routine into the bare essentials. So which was, you know, taking a shower, brushing my teeth, like getting dressed for work. And, you know, I also incorporated like a 20 to 30 minute like workout session. So I also look for other creative ways to basically squeeze work outside of work. So I don't know about you, but like my issue is that after work, after like my full work week, I work in finance, my brain is fried. Like it's very difficult to actually get those creative energy or juice out of my brain after, you know, that 8-hour workday. So luckily I was able to find like a nice cafe that's next to the office. I go there and it serves kind of like this in between that is not exactly like my office and not home. And this break helps my brain also like, you know, recharge and kind of switch modes from like, not Natasha who's in the office, not Natasha who's at home, but Natasha who actually has to show up and produce to, like work as an appointment setter or, produce YouTube videos. Obviously, like this would differ from person to person as we have different responsibilities and, the energy that it requires from each of us differs. But the point I'd love to make here is that audit your time, see where you're leaking energies, and see what you can actually substitute in your day in order to drive your business or your schedule forward. It doesn't have to be like, 4 hours that you can free up, or you don't have to sacrifice like your sleep, but you have those pockets of time that you can maybe like, congest and do something that would help you drive your business or push your goal forward. So a friend of mine gave this saying. He was like, these little steps that you do every day at that moment may not seem so significant, but far into the future, when you look back, those little steps were the ones that actually drove you to get to where you are. Nice thought. Make time for energy-giving activities. With the rise of all these productivity content and basically everyone claiming that they're super productive, it can be so easy to feel that if we are not doing something for our goal, we're basically like lazy, unmotivated, or we're not driving anything forward. And this eventually leads us frustrated, unhappy, burned out. I don't know about you, but like, does this sound familiar? Because I've gone through this. It's most probably because we are giving too much but taking too little. So let me explain. So imagine our bodies as like cars that need fuel to run. When it's full, it functions. When it's empty, it stops. So when we work or do tasks that we don't always enjoy, we are burning fuel. So you can always say, yeah, this is my passion project. But there's a good chance that, a good, probably like 50% of the time that you're working on your passion project is not really as energy giving as you imagine, which is normal. We're human. And here you think about it as if you're like using your fuel, which we need to actually drive whatever you want to forward. But at the same time, we also need to replenish our energy. And this is done by doing things that actually inspire you, whether it's, going for a walk, going to sports, visiting like friends and family, or maybe just engaging in a Zoom conversation with someone about like some random topics. Even if these are not work related, they're basically giving you like energy and motivation for you to actually fill your cup so that you can do things later that actually push your needle forward, or that would bring you one step closer to achieving your goal. Research has tied happiness to productivity. A happy person is more productive than an unhappy one. Create a system or a set of rules to follow. So previously, when I had a goal in mind, the first weeks I was super productive. I gave my all to the goal, only to find out that this motivation eventually like waves or wanders like as time passes. Personally, this has been the biggest reason why I actually haven't achieved my goals. So creating systems or processes for yourself establishes a set of rules to follow that helps us make steady progress towards our goals without actually having to reinvent the wheel the whole time. It makes progress and mistakes easier to track and helps us tweak them along the way. Systems are great, especially for repetitive tasks that actually don't require much thinking. So for example, like, I swapped going to the gym to working at home in the morning. So for this, for example, my system was that I created a set of folders and labeled them from Monday to Sunday. And inside these folders were the workouts that I needed to do each day. So number one, it saved me a lot of time and energy to have to, keep on going to YouTube and looking at the workout that I would need to do. And secondly, it also kept me accountable to myself because I could literally see like which day I needed to do the workout. So there you have it. These were the top 5 takeaways that helped me stay consistent and be accountable to reach my goals. I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something new today. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great rest of the day or evening and see you in my next video.